We're at the one of the major facilities, Cop Cities, which are, as it were, in North Austin. There's another one in South Austin, Burleson Road. I think there's another one in Waco. They're just DPS offices all over the place. This is a big one. It goes on for a couple square miles at least. Put in all this fencing, but today, up in North Austin, up where we're at, a little further north, at a couple apartment complexes, DPS and ICE raided some apartment complexes, and are still up there apparently, in clear violation of the Constitution. And they're coming for you next, America, Texans, however you identify. They're coming for you next. Here's their fallen soldier memorial behind this crappily built but menacing fence. They're their fallen DPS officers. So you can't party in there. I have a party right now. Yay! DPS, when you die, I celebrate. Because you suck. Bunch of racist clan fuck turds. But it's cool. I'm not in a bad mood. I am in a bad mood. I just don't like to say things outright. Things are bad, y'all. The status of Texas has been the South. It's been the home of the Klan. Now the Nazis are here with the Klan and Aryan Brotherhood. All these racists. Like there's actually more white supremacist, Nazi-leaning gangs and clubs in the United States than there's been in decades. Thanks to the head chump and their alt-right, Breitbart controllers, narrative spinners. We're going to walk through here. You're going to see a bunch of vehicles. These are all employees. This vehicle's inside there are all employees and contractors. ICE is in here. All sorts of federal. So your government, so your DPS is no longer in control of the state government. It's in control of the federal government. Your local, the police department, like Austin Police Department, whatever, Pflugerville, they're in control. They're now federalized. All these agencies have federalized themselves based on some stupid state law that's a violation of the Constitution as well. The constitutional law is higher than any statutory law under any state law, any state trooper. They have to follow the Constitution. They swear an oath to follow the Constitution. There's state trooper recruiting right there. If you wanna be a Nazi. Anybody want to be a Nazi? They're looking for low IQ. Proud Boys. There's a state trooper. These are state trooper vehicles right here. Unmarked. That one. The ambulance coming. Don't worry about it. Okay. We got closed down buildings across the street that can't make a living. Closed down 1, 2, closed down businesses. Businesses all over the city closed down. There's buildings have been boarded up downtown on 6th Street since before George Floyd. Yet they don't have any resources for the people. They have resources for the police. They can build these big compounds. They can spend $1 billion or billions of dollars actually. DPS makes billions of dollars a year, takes it out of the orphans. So we can't take care of orphans. We can't take care of female pregnancies and different things. DPS right there. Or ICE. They're running on secret police are here. We got money for the secret police. We don't have money for the people. There it is. Kilo, let's see here. Kilo Delta Tango 2088 it looks like. Ford Expedition, unmarked, with special. Look at the antennas on the roof. They have these special, like, little thin antennas. Some of them have 3 or 4 of them. I noticed when the feds were here, the Secret Service was here for Tellurico this weekend, and I was filming outside one-person protest. Heading up there, I saw several of these little Ford Explorers that were blacked out with all these little fins on them. And I don't believe it was Austin Police or DPS. I believe that was the Secret Service or some other agency. Three-letter acronyms. All the three-letter acronyms are taking over. They're taking over. You don't have, your government is no longer in control of the police. Your local government no longer has any say of what the police that they hired and paid for do. So it's time to eradicate the police. Now it's time to defund and de-enlist the police. Abolish the police because they've been turned against us. It's like you had a handgun and now that handgun only shoots at you. So yeah, you're all in trouble. These are all personal license plates for personal vehicles. This is part of their personal area. They park different ways. Today they're doing this. Before they were parking nose to tail, and I don't even know how they got out. If you were in the middle, I don't know how you'd get out. This is the kind of shitholes against the American people. These are the kind of shitholes. What does it say? Rogue American. See that shit? Rogue Americans, what it says. But that's your police. That's your police. They're rogue. And they do a lot of propaganda, like they're on your side. They've never been on your side. They've always worked for the Klan. During Jim Crow, before Jim Crow, during slavery, there wasn't any police. There was just they were freemen out there. Black people escaped slavery, went off on their own, lived in the country, homestead some land, and started trying to live like a North American. And then they had the slave patrols that were the beginning of the police, but we didn't have police back then. It's the Department of Public Safety license building. They're a mess. Like every 5 years or so, you got to go in there and stand in line and do all the monkey tricks just to get a license. You got to kowtow to them, bow to them, kiss the ring to get a license. If you even have any pushback at all, they retaliate. So you can't have a license. And if you can't have a license, what happens? The police will get you for not having a license. They'll arrest you. There's a lot of, if you look at the traffic county docket, you'll see that there's a lot of DWLI. Driving while license invalid. Lots of people get arrested for that. So here's DPS. I want to go see what they were seeing over here. I got a little time. So this morning there was videos someone took of I don't know, it's like a armored personnel carrier, more like a tank. Could have been a Bearcat or what's that other thing? I don't know what it was. I don't think it was a Bearcat. It might have been a Bearcat, but more like a tank. And the DPS, there was 10 or more DPS officers in a caravan with their emergency lights on. They were stalking around. They were stalking the public, and then they also went in a caravan. There was just DPS and ICE everywhere, and they ended up raiding some apparently low income. I don't know. I'm just assuming apparently low income apartments with minorities of color. But they're gonna come for every American. They're gonna come for all of you guys. They don't need y'all now. They have the AI. Just to let you know. There's a bunch of them over there. Yeah, the DPS are all the way up in there. This gate They didn't used to have this gate. This has been installed in the last year. You used to be able to film a lot better now. It seems like they're hiding and that they're scared. They knew that they were going to ramp up and have civil war, basically. The government has declared on war on us for a long time, but now that the government's stepping up their game, so that now they're even shooting white people. Did you hear me? Even white people are getting shot. So now everyone's getting engaged, but it's been like this, y'all. This is what's been going on. Yeah, this is where they train themselves. This is their physical training facility right here. They have a PT course. I probably have to like walk down this PT course in order to get hired, because a lot of these DPS officers are, I don't want to say it, they're just out of shape. They couldn't do one sit up, one push up, one pull up. They have a gun, they're just going to use a gun. That's where all their power comes from. They're not physically superior, they're physically inferior to the average citizen, and they're tax parasites, so they're morally inferior to the average tax paying American. But as far as like employee entrance only, as you see, this is where the piggies come in and out. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to say piggies. These are where the bad cops come in and out. I don't want to be specious. Working on that. But I don't see the tanks. I'm kind of curious if the tanks and the brigade of other crap. Stalking me. Hi. 07341. It's LP on that. So there's some Texas Department of Public Safety on the side of that blacked out Suburban, Chevy Suburban. There's just like literally hundreds of Chevy Suburbans and other police cars in here. Hundreds. But this is CID, or Criminal Law Enforcement, I'm sorry. So I don't know where the tank thing would be. I just want to check it out. Oh, there's some more DPS across the street. What's going on over here? What's going on over here? Why are there so many DPS over here? See. And then the local Austinites have gardening skills and art skills. They like to keep it weird. Like to have a little temporary greenhouse for the winter. So here's Irving Police. There's a lot of them here. Irving Police. Lots of police, lots of DPS. We got Irving Police here with ghost markings. Irving Police. Irving is near Dallas, you know. Traffic 132-1808. So we got a bunch of DPS here with Irving Police. There's probably like 15, 20 cars here. Police cars. This is Texas DPS also. They don't have a fence around it yet. Don't worry, they'll put a fence around everything, this government, before we have to like repurpose these buildings and these vehicles. We need to repurpose them for humanity, to protect the public and not to go after the public. We can't pay for stalkers anymore. The day of stalking is over. X-Ray George Harry 4903 RAV4 late model. There's an unmarked Chevy Silverado 0. It's a Paul George John Michael 2162 PJM 2162 10662 on the state trooper marked SUV Suburban. This Jeep 4x4 is Victor Zebra Harry 2319 4x4 blackout. You got this one 09909. You got this one 1578. Notice they don't say exempt because they got some other arrangement. This little Bronco support here. Wilco Tango Delta 3442. This big Super Duty F whatever 50 is a X-Ray John Paul 8804. You got a bunch here. George Robert Bravo 5633. There's some clowns right there. Clowns. 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 Now they're all bugging out. People are bugging out fast. State trooper here is bugging out. 2 state troopers are bugging out. 3 state troopers are bugging out. Motor Carrier Bureau is I'm not sure what that means. Does that mean buses? Yeah, there's like 4 state trooper vehicles in this. Well, police are leaving up there. I think people are just bugging out fast. Pretty normal for the camera to have that effect on the police. Pretty normal indeed. Normal. This one has no front license plate, which is a violation of law. It's a Hyundai. It's a Texas Edition F-150. Jethro Harry David 8944. There's another little vehicle. Texas X-Ray Nancy 7630. I don't know, Chevy something or another. Then it's got this little one. You can read it. Lots of state trooper vehicles. No front license plate, violation of state law. Victor Mary Larry 5195. Some undercovers heading northbound on what is this road? Guadalupe. There's another one. There's a ton of these clowns. No sidewalk. So when there's no sidewalk according to state law, you have to walk in the street going the direction of traffic next to the curb. That's the law. You can also, I believe, use the right of way, which is about 6 to 8 feet on every road, which is where they where it should be, or it's not. Or the sidewalk should be, but it's not. And stay tuned, y'all. ICE watch, cop watch, DPS watch. Yeah. Wish I could have seen their tanks, but somebody got pictures of the tanks. Yeah, they went in deep on some people this morning just for who knows what. We don't have all the details. The police don't tell you the details. All that's unconstitutional. The police are supposed to communicate as part of your government, public servants. They're supposed to communicate to the public in government, what's called government transparency. There's a lot of laws that say that, but they're not doing it. So they don't care about the Constitution, the oath, the law. They just make it up as they go. They use whatever law suits them, and they don't follow the law. Look at this Ford truck. Look at this Ford truck. Ford 100. Whoa. That's a nice truck. There's another DPS. They're looking for me now, probably. I don't care. I'm not doing anything illegal. I never got off the sidewalk, except for when there wasn't a sidewalk. And filming is protected speech. If it's unpopular with the police, that makes it more protected. That's how I see it. I know people want to say, "Oh, you're a YouTube lawyer." No, I'm actually a winner in federal suits. So kiss my winning butt. Some of us know our rights. Some of us study. I'm not saying that there's not other opinions that a lawyer would give you. I'm just saying, in my opinion, as a pro bono, pro se litigant, and through all the cases that I've won in criminal courts, which is, I think, 23 against APD. Last count, I think it was 23 in a row. I haven't lost a single one against Austin Police Departments, retaliating against people filming. I haven't lost any against DPS. I haven't lost any against UT Police Department, University of Texas Police Department. So I'm going to go with what I know and not worry about what MAGAbot trolls post on comments and in the chat. I'm not really going to worry about you because you're irrelevant. Your mom called you and said, "Hey, there's some more Kool-Aid in the basement. Come back home, son. Come back home. Let real people do real things. Let the press do what we got to do. And don't worry about what we're doing. If you don't like it, then you can just get off the damn channel. It's not that hard. A nice Stingray. Or Corvette. Might be a Stingray. Nice old Corvette. Oh. Looks like it runs too. Very nice. This place is ridiculous. North Lamar at Justin Lane. There is a DPS here at Walgreens. To let you know. DPS hauling ass right here. A constable. Jesus, really, constables? What could you possibly be doing that's so important? DPS running up and down North Lamar. If anybody ever wants to ice watch, it's called North Lamar. I don't know what to tell you. There's cops everywhere on North Lamar. There was a unmarked white vehicle, a white Suburban. Oink oink. I'm not being specious. I'm actually trying to cross community.